Hello and welcome to Loveland Opera Theater's 7th concert in our virtual concert series during this COVID time. We are so excited that you are joining us for this concert, a concert that is going to focus on gratefulness. I know that our theme today will probably not be a surprise to many of you, as this is the month of November, and in the month of November, we all try to spend some time while preparing for and celebrating Thanksgiving to take a moment to acknowledge all of the things that we have to be grateful for. But today's concert, and especially because I got to see a sneak preview of it, really has inspired me to take a moment to tell you what I'm grateful for, especially as the artistic director of Loveland Opera Theatre. I am so grateful for this wonderful company, which was started by our executive director and founder, Juliana Bishop Hoke, and for our amazing board who has worked tirelessly to keep our company afloat in these challenging times. I am also so grateful for the many artists that have given of their time for our virtual concert series, as well as our artists that are preparing to sing in our Rodgers and Hammerstein Jubilee that was scheduled for last month, but had to be postponed until January. And finally, I'm grateful for you, all of our audience members and patrons who have helped to keep us financially afloat during these challenging times. I'm especially grateful to those of you that have donated to our most recent donation campaign and to our anonymous matching donor that helped us to raise funds to match their $15,000 donation. As I was listening to this beautiful music that you are about to hear from our amazing singers, soprano Tessa McQueen and baritone Adam Ewing, and their phenomenally talented pianists, I was moved to take a moment to continue to think about all the ways that I am grateful. And I am grateful for this gift of music and theater which we utilize in the opera art form that continues to touch our hearts, that continues to sing in our souls through these challenging times, and that continues to remind us that there is so much we have to be grateful for. I hope as you move through the concert today that you are able to think of some of the things that you are grateful for. The music and art in your lives, the people in your life, and of course, all the nonprofits that continue to help make life a little more bearable online and socially distanced, but yet giving art in this challenging time. We are grateful that Loveland Opera can continue to support artists like Tessa and Adam through these concerts and to bring music to our audiences online. In order to continue doing our programming over the next year, we will be dependent on your gifts and donations to the company. So if you are moved in your gratefulness and by this beautiful concert today, we encourage you to take a moment to donate to Loveland Opera Theatre. The information on donating can be found right below this video in the information screen, or you can go to our website, www.lovelandopera.org, and find out all the ways that you can give to Loveland Opera Theatre. The smallest donation goes a long way to help us to continue to create art and to survive during these challenging times when we are not able to perform for live audiences. And now I want you to take a deep breath. Think about all the ways that we are blessed in this life and take a moment to listen to this beautiful music that reminds us to count our blessings.
Hi, Loveland Opera Theatre family. My name is Tessa McQueen, and I am going to be part of the concert for you this afternoon. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so grateful for all of you taking the time to spend the afternoon with us, and especially to Juliana and Tim for setting all of this up and helping out poor struggling artists like myself in this time during this pandemic has been really hard on all of my artist friends all across the board, from Broadway to the Met, I guess. So I wanted to really share my thanks and gratitude with all of you for participating and helping Loveland Opera Theatre through this, which is then helping all of us in turn. The arts truly are the thing that bring us together during times like this. I really believe in that. I believe in having hope and faith that we all will recover from this, but it's so important to continue growing through that, and the arts are a huge way to discover purpose and kindness and just all around joy. And so I hope that we're able to bring that to you today. So enjoy! So the first aria that I'll be singing for you all today is Ain't It a Pretty Night from Carlisle Floyd's Susanna. So in this aria she describes the mountains and nature and her home. She talks about the stars and the sky being so heavy and it's almost like velvet in your hands. She really, really loves where she is, and I think that this is the most present aria that she has, and I think the most connected to myself, just being from Colorado and loving nature as I do. So I hope that you enjoy this piece.
Hello, and welcome to Loveland Opera Theatre's Counting Our Blessings, an Afternoon of Thanks. I'm Adam Ewing. I had the pleasure of performing the role of Major General Stanley in Loveland Opera Theatre's 2016 production of Gilbert and Sullivan's The Pirates of Penzance. It's a joy to return to the company this year, even in this virtual format. My first set on today's program includes two songs of gratitude for the glory of nature. Michael Head's classic setting of Sweet Chants That Led My Steps Abroad by W.H. Davies, and Colorado-based composer Bob Spillman's setting of James Wright's Today I Was Happy, So I Made This Poem.
Steps abroad, beyond the town where wildflowers grow. A rainbow and a cuckoo, Lord, how rich and great the times are now. How rich and great the times are now. That's wet from heavy rain. A rainbow and a cuckoo's song may never come together again, may never come this side the tomb. Today I was happy, so I made this poem. As the plump squirrel scampers across the roof of the corn crib, the moon suddenly stands up in the darkness, and I see that it is impossible to die. Each moment of time is a mountain. An eagle rejoices in the oak trees of heaven, crying, "This is what I wanted!"
The next piece I'll share with you is Samuel Barber's Shore on the Shining Night. This is a poem by James Agee in which he describes the beauty of the earth during high summer. And so it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's a really beautifully written musical depiction of his words.
This side the ground.
The next piece I'm singing for you is Aaron Copland's Simple Gifts. I know this piece as Lord of the Dance from the hymnals growing up, and so this is just the earlier version of what led into that. So enjoy.
Tis a gift to be simple, tis a gift to be free, tis a gift to come down where you ought to be, and when we find ourselves in the place just right, to be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till in turning we come round right. Tis a gift to be simple, tis a gift to be free, tis a gift to come down where you ought to be, and when we find ourselves in the place just right, to be in the valley of love and delight.
An die Musik was written at a time when many working-class Germans were also amateur musicians. They would return home from a long day at work and make music with their families as a way to de-stress. In 2020, when many of us couldn't work, certainly not in any usual fashion, we turned to music for the same purpose. An die Musik, To Music, by Franz von Schober, translated by Patricia O'Neill. You lovely art, in how many gloomy hours of experiencing the turmoil of life have you ignited love in my heart and transported me to a better world. Often a sigh from your harp, a sweet and holy chord from you, opened the heaven of better days. You lovely art, I thank you for it.
Hast du mein Herz
Robert Schumann composed the next song for his bride Clara as a wedding present. It has since become one of the most well-known German lieder, expressing gratitude to the beloved for all the things they are. Widmung, Devotion, by Friedrich Rückert, translated by Emily Isust. You, my soul, you, my heart, you, my bliss, O you, my pain, you, the world in which I live, you, my heaven in which I float, O you, my grave, into which I eternally cast my grief. You are rest, you are peace, you are bestowed upon me from heaven. That you love me gives me my worth. Your gaze transfigures me. You raise me lovingly above myself, my good spirit, my better self.
This next song is Botschaft by Brahms, and this is one of my absolute favorites. I love singing in German, and so Brahms gives the musical difficulties to support this really amazing poem. So I'm going to read a direct translation so that you all know exactly what I'm talking about so I can do justice to the poem itself. So Botschaft directly translates, to a message, and she says, or he says in the poem, "Blow breeze gently and sweetly about the cheek of my beloved. Play softly with her tresses. Make no haste to fly away. Then, if she should chance to ask how things are with wretched me, say, his sorrow's been unending, his condition most grave, but now he can hope to revel in life once more. For you, fair one, think of him."
Nicht in Werk zu fliehen.
one of Richard Strauss's earliest songs, Zueignung remains among his best known and most beloved. The repeated Habe Dank acts as a refrain for each stanza, a direct expression of the poet's gratitude to those who give meaning, purpose, and love to life. Zueignung, Dedication, by Hermann von Gilm, translated by Lawrence Snyder and Rebecca Plack. Yes, you know it, dearest soul, how I suffer far from you. Love makes the heart sick. Have thanks. Once I, drinker of freedom, held high the amethyst beaker, and you blessed the drink. Have thanks. And you exorcised the evils from it, until I, as I had never been before, blessed, blessed, sank upon your heart. Have thanks.
Ja, du weißt es, teure Seele, dass ich, wenn von dir mich quäle, Liebe macht die Herzen krank. Habe Einst hielt ich der Freiheit sicher, hoch den Amethysten Becher, und du segnetest den Trank. Habe Dank. Und beschloss darin die Bitte, bis ich willig nie gelitten. Heilig, heilig, ans Herz dir sang. Habe Dank.
This next set that I'm sharing with you is Poulenc's Metamorphose set. I'm only doing the first two of the set, not the third. Reine des Mouettes is a direct translation to Queen of Seagulls. Queen of Seagulls, my little orphan, I recall you blushing pink beneath the muslin mists of your ancient sorrow. Blushing pink at the kiss which provokes you, you surrendered to my hands beneath the muslin mists, veils of bond between us. Blush, blush, my kiss finds you out, seagull caught where great highways meet. Queen of Seagulls, my little orphan, you blushed pink, surrendered to my hands, pink beneath the muslin, and I recall the moment.
Reine des Mouettes, mon fidèle, je te vis rose, je m'en souviens, sous la brume mousseline de ton lit ancien. Rose di mille visites chagrines, dites décises à porter ma main, sous la brume mousseline, voilà de nos liens. Rougir,
Ainsi que Dieu is, I think, maybe one of the most beautiful poems I've ever sung. I really enjoy this one, and so I hope you will too. C'est ainsi que Dieu directly translates to "it is thus that you are." Your flesh mingled with soul, your tangled hair, your foot pursuing time, your shadow which stretches and whispers close to my temple. There, that is your portrait. That is how you are. And I shall write it down for you, so that when night comes, you may believe and say that I knew you well.
Before our final set of this program, I want to extend several very special thank yous. First, to my amazing collaborator Zarek Dodson, who graciously stepped in at the last minute when my original pianist fell ill. You're a true lifesaver. To Jonathan Galley, recording engineer par excellence, and to Regis University for the use of their recital hall. To my incredible voice teachers, only the most recently Julie Simpson and Patrick Mason. To Loveland Opera Theatre for continuing to support their artistic community throughout this pandemic with creative programming and a constant presence. And finally, to all of you watching this concert. Without your support of local artists and companies, the world would be a much darker place. The next song is from the musical Urban Myths by John Bucchino. A man at the end of life and hope is asked, "What do we have to be thankful for?" Grateful is his response. And after a beautiful offering from Tessa, Ben Moore offers his response on behalf of all those baritones with good high notes in "I'm Glad I'm Not a Tenor."
I've got a roof over my head. I've got a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I've got a heart that can hold love. I've got a mind That tessitura can alone ensure a gorgeous melody that people come to hear. Well, I'm not hooked on Nessun Dorma, and to prove my case, I'll now perform a little song to make it absolutely clear. I'm glad I'm not a tenor, for anyone can see they're Philistines and drama queens, and rarely over 5'3". Yes, I'm glad I'm not a tenor. Why would I want it so? To have to try to sing so high when it's so nice and comfy way down low. Yet since my first voice lesson, I've heard you've got the stuff, but higher scales each session were never high enough. So I'm glad I'm not a tenor, but people aren't convinced. They say the things I've said to you, and nothing new, like tenors get the good tunes. Well, I am here to say that's just not true. Take this tune, which you'll agree has an awesome melody. Tenors can argue, rant, and hiss. No tune of theirs comes even close to this. Hear how it modulates. What joy this noble tune creates. And it's only one of so many greats, all for the baritone. Why would I care to sing a tenor part at all, with so much music at my beck and call, when you've got tunes for baritones this strong? You just can't go wrong. Let's move along to those wondrous Verdi anthems, beautiful as any tenor tune you can name, and the thrill as the rhythm changes makes you think of how truly strange it is that some baritones wish that they had learned I'm glad I'm not a tenor. I'd never stoop that low. But one admits some tenor hits are sort of, well, agreeable, and so the only thing to say is
Some baritones are grateful that they're not tenors, but most of all, we are all grateful for the gift of music that we have received today in this concert. We are grateful for the beautiful talent and time that Adam and Tessa have taken to give of this gift of music to us. We are grateful to the many pianists that helped them to perform this music, which you have seen on screen and we will continue to see in the credits afterwards. And finally, we are grateful that we have a community that supports Loveland Opera Theatre. The company that we like to say is a company with a heart, because we are filled with love and joy because of all of the supporters that help Loveland Opera Theatre to move through these challenging days. Again, we encourage you, if you would be so moved, to give a donation to Loveland Opera Theatre, to check out the information in the box below, or to go to our website and find out more about Loveland Opera Theatre at www.lovelandopera.org. Thank you for joining us today. If you are joining us live, we hope that you might take a moment to come over to Zoom right after this concert and have a conversation with our artists. We would love to speak with you and let you take a moment to learn more about these beautiful singers that you had a chance to hear today. The Zoom information you will find in the comments below, or you can also look at our website for the Zoom link. We hope you will come over and join us for a short conversation with the artists. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope that you have a very happy and grateful Thanksgiving.